Hello and welcome back. Last time you were with us, we were struggling to bring in players, transfer players in because of all sorts of things, including the wage budget. Things haven't improved much, and we're still waiting on Bowler coming in from Bristol City on loan if he's going to. All we can say is we start today in League 2 of the Pyramid. Who would have guessed that we would be there after picking them up in the lowest point a couple of seasons back now? But we progress forward as well, and we make our debut in the Carabao Cup. Welcome from the bottom to the top. And welcome to episode 39 of From the Bottom to the Top. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have our first two games. Our first game in League 2 against Leyton Orient at home, and then we are away to Rotherham United in the Carabao Cup. As you will see from this screen, we have changed our kit. We are playing in this as our this green and white as our home kit, our blue and white as our away kit. We do have a third kit in the game, but unfortunately, for some reason or other, it's not showing up on here. I'm not sure whether it would show up in the match engine if it was to pick it up. It's all been loaded, just not showing on here for some reason or other. We've tried all sorts of things. We think, and you can put me a comment below if you know, because we've actually edited the game part way through, this particular team, Farsley Celtic, only had two kits. They didn't have a third kit. We've added a third kit, and I read somewhere that if you add a third kit, it doesn't show up. I have watched a couple of videos where they've actually added a third kit, and it does show up. So obviously I'm doing something wrong somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. I've checked all the bits and pieces, all the configs and so forth, and it's still not working for some reason or other. I may fathom it out at some point or other, but I was going to say, if you've got three kits, if you want a team that's only got two kits and you want a third kit, it's best to edit it at the start of the save as opposed to once the save is up and running. I'm not quite sure what that's got to do with it. But as I say, if somebody knows the answer, please put a comment down below. It would be very much appreciated. Right, let's have a look then, transfer-wise. We see Josh Bowler still in there, Josh Barrett still in there. Don't think anything's happened. Nobody come in since Josh Dixon, so that's all stayed the same. Financial wise, we're still over our wage budget by about £550 there or thereabouts, so we could do with somebody on a big wage budget, wages going out. Right, Leyton Orient and Rotherham, we haven't played either of them before, so we don't know too much about past history against them. Really, to be honest, I think it's probably time that we get on and have a look at, having had a look at the new kits, see them in action in our first game of the episode. And here is the team that makes our debut to a Sky Bet League 2. Leyton Orient are, excuse me, Leyton Orient are visitors today. And oh dear. And new goalkeeper makes his debut. Fryer is in goal. Robinson, Nelson, Fernandez is back in. Nico Jones not making his debut on the pitch today. Doherty. Lewis Doherty does make his debut on the right-hand side, but he had to come in, or we signed him before the end of the season, but he couldn't come in until May, until the season finished. So he makes his debut today. Harlock and Willock. We haven't actually had a look at Doherty, have we? He's 18 years old. He's 18-year-old Scots, 3-star current ability, 4, potentially 5-star potential ability. He is a fullback, not particularly a wing back, but we'll see how he goes in that position today. We do have Lembitsa on the bench. Harlock and Wilcock. Wilcock making his debut in the centre of defence as a box-to-box midfielder. Shepherd comes in on the left-hand side as our inverted forward. Inside forward, should I say. Brunt as the advanced playmaker. Nolan out on the right where he was so good last season. Russ is back from his injury. He's up front. And on the bench, Smith, Jones, Lembitsa, McBride, Godsmartford, Hughes and Holmes. That is the team. Just checking. We haven't got a left-sided. Attacking midfielder, have we? To replace, we might have to move Nolan over the left side. Haven't really got anybody of ilk. That's maybe a flaw in our master plan. We need to fill in at some point or other. Anyway, we'll worry about that after the game, not this early on. That is the team that is going to face Leyton Orient in our first game in League Two. And we're underway in this one. Don't forget we're playing at Harrogate this season in the Enviro Vent Stadium, while our stadium is upgraded. Robinson heading that ball down. Flaherty. And they've scored with just 3 minutes on the clock. Agye, I'm not sure if he wasn't on loan with us, on trial with us. Agye. And he's come back to haunt us. And not a good start. Question of offside. Just on, I think. And we go a goal behind. Early doors. This is League Two. We are going to have to work hard in these games. Leyton Orient having the measure of us so far in this game. Had plenty of shots, but none of them on target. We'll stick to version 2, which everybody's more familiar with. We have a throw in. Doherty to Nolan. Nolan back to Doherty. Inside to Nolan. Nolan crosses it deep. Willocks. And that looked like the goalkeeper pushed that over, but apparently not. Key to List. And Smythe. Plenty of room. Oh! And we go 2 down. This is going to be troublesome, I fear. This isn't the start that we wanted with our new shiny kits. And they do look very nice. Still not half time arrived. Fernandez heads that down to Brunt. Back to Fernandez. Nelson comes forward. Willock. Willock to Nolan. Nolan to Fernandez. Fernandez out wide to Doherty. Doherty brings it down very nicely. Nolan. Doherty. Doherty holds the ball up. Willock. Willock to Harlock. Russ. Russ out wide to Robinson, who's got acres of space. Can he get this ball in? Harlock. Back to Robinson. Try this time. Crosses it in. Shepherd and Russ. His first goal of the season. He's off the mark. And we get a goal back right in injury time. That makes it look a little bit better, doesn't it? Harlock. Robinson. Robinson does what he should have done the first time. Shepherd has a pop. Goalkeeper saves it, but it falls nicely to Russ, and Russ is off the mark on day one of the League Two season. Not the best of starts, I have to say, but room for improvement, and we've got a goal back. That's the main thing. And you're back for the second half. Doherty with a throw into Willock. Doherty crosses deep. Goalkeeper punched that. He wasn't for anybody getting on the end of it. Shepherd and Robinson interlocking. Robinson will look to try and get this in. He does. Shepherd. His shot is blocked again, and they come away. Agui is the player that's causing us the most grief at the moment, and I need to check. I'm not going to check it while the game's going, but I need to check whether he was the player that was on trial with us. Oh, Agui Lister's in again, and he's put that wide, thankfully. They do seem to be cutting us open at the back here, which is a bit of a worry. We need to be winning that ball there. Look at that. Straight through, and List. I like to think Fryer had that covered, but it's not for sure. We need Dixon back very, very soon. We have a free kick, I think, just inside their half. Shepherd comes away with it. He's had a shot, but it's a very tame shot, and Vigouroux saving that. Nelson hits it out wide to Shepherd, who seems to be having a relatively good game on that wing there. Shepherd tried to get it inside to Harlock. I spoke too soon because he gave the ball away. Ball swung that out wide. And Nelson to Russ. Harlock. And Harlock makes it 2-2. His first goal of the season. Well worked. And, well, I was despondent at 2 down, but we've come back nicely. 59 minutes on the clock. Lovely through ball. Bueno trying to get the tackle in. But Harlock just stayed calm and put it away. Much better on the XG. So we're doing the right stuff. Can we get a third? Doherty now with a throw in. It was a pretty poor throw. Long one. Bueno. Out to Smythe, Flaherty, and Aguier. He's the thorn in our side at the moment. This long ball forward going out to Smythe. Smythe is there, and he's shot. He's got it in. It's 3-2. And that lead wasn't, well, it was for a little while, I guess, 7 minutes or so. We've seen two sides of us today. A side which is quite good and a side which is pretty poor. And I'm not sure what's going on. Right, 67 minutes on the clock. I am tempted. Fryer not having a good debut, to be fair. He's looked a bit lacklustre in that goal there. Shepherd, actually, I said was having a good game. He looked like he's having a good game. Right, Shepherd's going to come off for Conor McBride, I think. Out on that left side. And Zach Brunt's not doing the work in that attacking midfield role. Could bring Ronan Hughes on in that position. And Nico Jones could come on for Fernandez, who's not having the best of games. Right, we're going to stick with that one change at the moment. Smythe with the throw in. Boyd Muntz crosses in. It's Fernandez who heads it clear, but Smythe's going to have another. Got back to 2-2, and what have we done since then? We've just let them come at us. Leyton Orient, of course, were relegated from League One. So I suppose they are a better side. And look it on the day. Right. Maybe should have made a couple more changes. Zach Brunt isn't doing it. Ronan Hughes can come on for him. Jack Nolan is tired. Matty Willock is tired. Right, Fernandez is going to come off for Nico Jones to make his debut there. As a no-nonsense centre-back. I think it's going to be too little too late now, though. We should have stuck with version 2, methinks. Possibly. More defensive way forward. Nolan, whose ball doesn't get through to its intended target. Doherty, Hughes, Nolan. Can we get one back here? We can. Conor McBride makes it 3-4-3. And could we do the unthinkable and make it 4-4? Leaky defence, but also capable of scoring up the other end. McBride getting a goal back. But I think it's too little too late, and a 4-3 loss is what we've ended up with. Probably wasn't our best. 21 shots, 10 of which were on target. Near enough 50%, 2.83, 62%. 52% possession against their 13-8 and 48% possession. Vigouroux had a good day, and we just didn't seem to be able to put those chances away, albeit the XG's telling a different story. I'm not quite sure what went on. Well, if you're going to lose a game in the season, I suppose the first day is the day to do it. Maybe. Anyway, we are 15th in the table. You can't really pay too much attention to the table as it stands. Wrexham top, goal difference of 4. They beat, who did they beat? 4-0 or something similar. Wrexham 4-0 against Harrogate Town. Our landlords for this particular season. Well, there we go. Off to a little bit of a poor start. We do need to still bring in some reinforcements, methinks. Okay, we've got that one under our belt and out of the way. We can only go up from here. Rotherham is our Carabao Cup first round tie, and it comes next. And here is the team for this Rotherham game. It's Smith is back in goal. Robinson, Jones, Fernandez and Doherty are backline. Jones coming in for, I'm not quite sure who he's coming. Who's he coming for? Completely forgotten who he's coming for. But anyway, Jones comes in. Fernandez alongside him. Harlock and Wilcock in midfield. McBride, Brunt and Shepherd are attacking midfield. Russ up front. Fryer, Nelson, Lembixa, Holmes, Nelson, of course it is. Godsmart forward. Hughes and Cannon are all on the bench. I've noticed Brunt is tired. And I think what we're going to do is swap him with Luke Williams. And then what we'll do is, if I can find him again, should have done this before. Brunt we will then put in place of Cannon. And the other player that's not particularly thing is Harlock, which we will swap with Hughes. I'm not sure they make a lot of difference whichever way around. In fact, Willock is better in that position. Hughes can play in either. That's the setup that we will do then. I'm also tempted to play Lembixa there. And I'm just wondering, Nelson is tired, which I think is why. Right. That's what the team we're going with then. So quick change around. Hope you've noticed what changes I've done. Let's get through to the game. And we're underway at the New York Stadium in Rotherham. Rotherham have an early corner and have scored. Therese Forner. Is this going to be the story of our season? Oh, they are League One opposition. Not expecting us to blow us away, but maybe we need to look at a change of tactic. It's one that's not working. Jones, Robinson, Hughes, McBride, Hughes to Williams. Nearly gave that away. Fernandez, Wilcox. Shepherd comes forward. Williams finds Willock. And Willock fires it at the goalkeeper. Gale, goalkeeper, puts it behind. Hughes with the in-swinger, but it's headed clear, and they will pick it up and set off the counter. And this is what we've got to be careful of. And that didn't come to anything. Willock making the save. Robinson to Williams. Williams to McBride. McBride comes forward for Russ. Hughes. Hughes tries to flash it through for Russ again, but Russ wasn't very fast at all. And Fernandez will head this down to Willock. Hughes. Hughes fires it out wide for Shepherd. Shepherd. Willock. Willock. Ah! I thought that was going in. But it went over the top. So we've had a few chances, but they are still in the ascendancy. Forner, the goal scorer. Rathbone. Thornley. Out wide, Ferguson. In acres of space, and a penalty's been given away. I think that was Lembeekser give that away. Come on, Smith, make a name for yourself, boy. He has as well, but it's not completely cleared. It is now. Williams getting rid of it. Balasar thought he had that in the back of the net and made it 2-0, but he didn't. And good save by Smith. Give me a selection problem when it comes to the next league game. And half-time comes. We're a goal down, not despondent. We've had 4 shots, only 1 on target though, 40% possession. That's where we're losing it. And Rotherham have had 8 shots, 4 on target, 1.86. We need to pick this up in the second half. As you come back, we're underway, no changes at half time. Still that Forner goal after 5 minutes, giving them the lead. Smith, and will come out for the back. Jones, Hughes fires it forward, nobody there, but Shepherd will pick it up in midfield. Williams, Willock, Fernandez gets it forward for Russ. Headed down, he was surrounded by defenders. And Rathbone is going to get onto this one. Puts it away just inside the post. It now is 2-0. And Smith, having made the save, couldn't save that one. Disappointing. As we head down to 70 minutes, Robinson with a throw in. Russ heads it down, but gives it away in doing so. He had plenty of players around him. Why did he go for Russ? Seems completely the wrong decision. And Coyote's in, but Smith does make the save this time and goes out for a corner. Comes in, Fauna heads it back across and cleared off the line by Robinson. Lovely clearance. Williams, but he's been beaten. And they come forward again. Ferguson through to Coyote. Lovely save by Smith to deny them a third. Time for us to make some changes, I think. Will Russ is tired. So is Conor McBride, and he's having a poor game as well. Just realised we haven't got any wide attackers on either. We could push Luke Williams out there. McBride can come inside. Conor McBride and Zach Brunt can come on there. Matty Willock is tired, and we can bring Harlock on there. A lot of tired legs, I think, is the problem here. Nothing wider there. We're going to have to go with that for now. Really nothing in the tank. Don't look as like we've got any strength there, does it? Very disappointing. Robinson with the throw in. Throws it into Brunt, who's just come on. Hughes. Hughes holds the ball up. He's gone all the way back to Smith. Fernandez gets it forward. Russ is just not for running today at all. Not chasing any balls down. And Coyote is in. And he's put it wide. Yikes. Wide of the upright. A free kick. It's gone right over the top. Cross back in, and they've got their third. Vincent Young. No progression in the Carabao Cup then. Lovely cross ball straight onto his head. Question of offside. Do we really want to know? No, he's not offside. See it again. Cleared off the line, gone out for a corner. And the ball is cleared. For a throw in, we're going to make that final change. Russ for Holmes. His opportunity to make a name for himself. Or not, as the case may be. Deep into injury time now. And it's all over. It's a 3-0 loss. So we've lost our first two games, a losing episode. Rotherham 18 shots, 10 on target. 3.098 shots, 2 on target for us, 0.75, only 40% of possession. That's what we're really, really not used to. And demotivation in the camp there. And we won't dwell on that one for too long. We'll just move on and say, it's a bit of a poor episode. Let's hope we can pick some wins up. We're going to have to go to Barnet and do something, and then we're at Harrogate Town at home, so both at home, because it is their home ground, and then we meet Newport County, who we played last season. So yeah, yikes. We'll be coming back, I think. We're not going to come back for the EFL trophy northern section. We could probably come back now for Crawley and Milton Keynes Dons, I'm thinking. Or should we come back for Shrewsbury and Crawley Town then? Shrewsbury and Crawley Town in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Pardon me. Keeps you up to date with all future episodes of this and our other series, of course, To Be a Legend and Making Tottenham Hotspurs Again. New series as they are released. New episodes of From the Bottom to the Top are currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel and more, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 40 and it's out on Thursday. Until then, it's a very goodbye.